How many years have you been running this program?
This project is on for 11 years now.
11 years. So she runs a school for kids with special disabilities. At first you started running it in your home.
Yes.
And about 5 years ago, they're in this new location where they can accommodate more kids. About how many kids do you have during the school year?
Normally last year, this is a year beginning. So last year we had 80 children.
80 children.
With various disabilities. We have children with autism, intellectual disabilities, we have cerebral palsy, children with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, then we also have children with learning disability.
And your goal is for them to be able to pass the 10th grade?
Yes, it is, for learning disability, yes, they have to pass and then go to the mainstream. And for others, yes, give them a pre-vocational training so that they could be trained for some occasion.
And what are some of the pre-vocational training that you do?
Yeah, we have taught them to make paper bags, they make paper pens, then they make lot of green saplings, plant saplings, they make lot of jewelry and keychains. They've been doing a lot of different items which can be marketed.
And you're open for how many months out of the year?
10 months.
10
2
months.
months is a vacation for children. The teachers work 11 months. So we do have a small vacation for summer, the Dasara, which is a local festival here. And then we have summer vacation. We also have a small Christmas vacation.
Do you charge tuition for the children to be able to come here?
Yes, we do charge them annually in Indian rupees. It is 18,000 rupees. But we do have 25 children who are catered free, who belong to the economically weaker section.
So if you have someone below the poverty line, you give them the tuition for free. Okay. So then what's the age range that you see kids here for?
We have children between 5 and 20.
5 and 20. After 20 years old, you don't take them?
Yeah, we don't take them, but we do have 1 or 2 children who have been continuing for a long time. So otherwise the criteria is 5 and 20.
Have you any kids that you started the first year that are still here with you?
Yeah. There are, you have met Anushka, who sings.
Yes, Anushka.
Yeah,
so she's a peer mentor now.
And yes, exactly. And one more Sharat Kini, one boy, he's been here from day one, from the first batch. He is actually above 20, but we are unable to place him elsewhere, so he's still here.
What kind of training do you give your staff before while they're working with the kids? Do you give them ABA training?
Yeah, ABA training, and then they need to know the manifestations of different disabilities, how they manifest, and what are the teaching methods to be used.
Do you
teaching strategies?
Yes. Do you teach them reinforcement, token economy?
Yes, reward system. And to make a IEP. Individualized educational plan, and how to make a lesson plan and prepare yourself for teaching a lesson. All that is being taught. On Saturdays the children don't come, we work, the staff work here. So half a day it's a core training for the staff. Teaching.
So you're open how many days out of the week?
5 days a week.
Do you provide any parent training, any parent programs?
Yeah, in a year we have 3 workshops minimum of 3 workshops for parents on adolescent management, parent-child communication, then on behavioral issues. Recently we had a workshop on behavior modification. Yeah, and adolescent management. Main topics are those, because that they need time to time training.
What are some stigmas that the community face with the children that have mental disabilities?
Because normally the parents don't accept that easily that their child is having special needs. They feel it's just time, will manage everything. And then they're scared, that the relations or the neighborhood or the community may talk, ill about the family, so they don't want to expose their child into social functions
and you mentioned the religious aspect too. A lot of these parents
they feel that it is the curse of previous birth, and then or a sin which they have committed. This is a result of some past sins, you know. So that is why they feel it is given to them. And the community also is judgmental.
The community, yeah.
Oh yeah, they are also judgmental. They also feel that it must be some previous birth.
They don't see it as a biological.
Yeah, they don't feel
They see it as a religious.
And most of the time, it is the women. The mother is being
the one at fault.
Targeted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is your
side.
fault. Yeah, they don't feel that men are. You know.
Would there ever be a case that the mother and the child are thrown out of the house?
Many a case. We do have a parent. She's just gone back because the child had fractured its leg. The father had abandoned the child and the wife. So the mother and child were living here with the help of her brother, and she worked here as a teacher. And the child was having severe retardation.
Yeah.
So she came here so that I could help her with knowing basic things, how to train the child with skills for the daily living.
Daily living skills, yeah. Do you provide any daily living skills training for the children?
Normally we don't concentrate on that part of it because we are dealing with educable carer of children.
Okay, so it's just
but it is one or two exceptions.
Okay.
For that child, yes, I did provide skill training for ADL skills.
And you said you sometimes go to the home also if the child is having a severe behavior problem?
Severe behavioral issues, because sometimes I don't believe that the information given by the parent is very genuine or correct. So in such cases we do have to go and check. And the child, it's a reinforcement for the child also that I'm going home.
Yeah.
Ma'am coming home itself is a sort of a reward for the child. Sometimes I have to, and I have been doing it in all these years.
Yeah. Is there any specific child that's just marked your life ever since you started working, like a special case that's really helped you develop into the teacher that you
my
are?
first student.
Your first student.
He's now 23 years old. So he had taken a board exams of 10th grade. And he came to me with multiple disabilities. He has autism, he had mental retardation, then he had a hearing problem, speech, all together with a lot of behavioral issues.
Yeah.
But he gave me immense experience. That was a great experience that I could gain from him.
Yeah.
Though I started without any training, he gave me a lot of training himself. I could learn a lot of things. And a lot of behavioral issues to handle. How to have that command and get the job
But you
done.
said you go to University of Mysore now. What are you getting your degree
After
in?
that, this is a degree in psychology.
In psychology.
This is now it is I'm on a research.
You're researching token economy, right?
Token economy. So I did my B.Ed, that is Bachelor in Education, in Special Education, with a separate stream called MR only, in MR, Specialization in Mental Retardation. Then I did my Master of Science in Psychotherapy and Counseling, which was very relevant because I needed that to counsel the parents as well as children sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the parents end up being a bigger problem than the children, right?
Yeah, they are the major problem because if they are strengthened, I'm sure there will be a development in the child. So it's very crucial that we address the parents first.
How long after you started this career with helping the kids did you get involved in going to school?
Children who are going to school?
No, so you told me you started this career just by tutoring kids. How long after that did you decide to get a degree?
Within a year.
Within a year.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Because the clinical psychologist from All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, he called me and asked me how I am doing. when I explained to him, then he said, I think you should go for technical qualification,
Yeah.
without which you are doing so much. I'm
Mhm.
sure you can do much more with your
Yeah.
technical qualification. Then he suggested that I would go on a distance education program for that. Then I did my B.Ed in special education.
So do you think that given the opportunity, the parents would participate in like weekly training programs? Maybe if you had the resources to send a therapist into the home to help with behavior problems, do you think it would be a hard concept to introduce to the parents? Or do you think they would accept that therapy, they would accept that training?
Yeah, I think most of them would accept that, except for parents who are working.
Mm-hmm.
They may not be, able to spend that time to get the training and other things. But I think around 20% of the parent, they're motivated, and if we are
20%.
able to give that home training, they would love to. They would love
But
to.
only
do that.
about 20%
Yes,
of them.
some are working and they will be least bothered about these things, and some are ignorant about it and they don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they feel they don't want to discuss more about it.
Yeah.
About the child, they
Yeah.
don't want to discuss much about it. They just have left it that this is a part of life, and they don't have any problem.
Yeah.
It's camouflaging their emotions rather.
All right. Thank you so much for this interview. It's
Thank
been a
you
really
so
big
much.
pleasure
Thank
to
you.
have us here and to see your facility. So thank you so much.
Yeah, hope we will see you again.
Of course, of course. Okay. We're just doing an intro video to say hello. I don't know. Okay. So here we are. This is a school facility where they help kids that have various mental disability, physical disabilities, and it's open 8 to 4, 5 days a week. They do charge tuition, but a lot of the kids here are below the poverty line. They offer services for free. So here we are. So the first building here is their office where they do a lot of their administrative work, but this facility does hold up to 80 kids in the school year, and they have 2 more buildings where they can hold classrooms. One of the classrooms where they've divided into 3 sections. Here you can see the first room. They're holding lower functioning kids that need more hands-on physical help. So this is the general classroom where the kids will do a lot of their educational work throughout the day, and right now they're actually going to have snack time, so all of the work has been put away. And as you can see, dividers are being put up, and there's some desks that are scattered throughout. Hi. What's your name? Smarty. Smarty? Smarty. Smarty. Ella. Ella. Yeah. Can you say Ella? Ella. Hi. Here we have 2 more areas that they use. Here is like an assembly hall, and to the left there's a field where they do some of their physical activities throughout the day, and then to my right are their bathrooms. So if you walk in here, you can see how the space is very limited to fit 80 kids in the morning when they do attendance, and they actually do a prayer song also.
You have a whole octave range. You can sing the high end.
It's on. So this is the field where they do their physical activities throughout the day, and that's pretty much all of that this development holds. And it's pretty crazy to think that 5 years ago they held 80 children inside of the director's home. She actually used to run this out of her home. They used to be in her kitchen, in her bedroom, in her living room. She would fit 80 kids in there before they were able to develop this school. And they're actually looking for a bigger space now because of the influx of kids they get. It's a pretty amazing place.